Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of South African Craft Beer Tasting. Alright, today we're doing the part 2 of the How She Loves Beer collector series. And yesterday I did 2 of them and I put them out and I saw guys were digging it. So today I'm doing the other 3. Let me just go quickly through what we've got here. We've got the Mamphudi Summer Ale, which is a golden ale. That's by Agar's Brewery. We've got the Stoked Saison, which is by Drifter, and we've also got the 2.5 Amber Ale, I think it is. Let's see. Yeah, it's an Amber Ale, and it's 2.5%, so a very, very light Amber Ale. All right. So what I've done is I've actually just put them into a series where basically the last thing I'm going to taste is the Saison. That's because it tends to be a little bit more spicy, and I don't want to mess with my palate too much, just like I said yesterday in my last video. Alright, let's just move straight on. So I'm going to grab the Mamphudi. It's a golden ale. Alright guys, and just so you know, golden ales are very basic ales. They kind of like, let me just think, they're kind of like a blonde, if I had to say. It's the closest thing to them. There we go. And yeah, it's kind of like a blonde. They can sometimes be, I mean it depends, because you get your sort of American style golden ales and then you get your Belgian style golden ales like Duvel. This, as far as I can tell, is going to be your American style. Let's give it a smell. I'm getting American hops straight away off there. So this is your American style, and in that case it's very similar to a blonde. Yeah, you can pretty much go crazy with the basis of it. What I've seen that they mentioned on here, they say citrus and pine, so your American type stuff. You got American and Australian hops, and it's great for a summer's day, chilled and whatnot like that. So yeah, let's give it a proper smell. Yep, picking up a bit more malt as I'm getting in there. Some nice gentle sweetness. And a fairly clean fermentation, and that tells me straight away that it's not typically your Belgian style ale, which would have quite a dirty fermentation, for lack of a better word, where it would have a lot of esters everywhere. Well, quite a lot of esters, not like this. Especially once I've heated it up. Yeah. Alright, so let's get in there and taste it. That's actually quite interesting. I'm getting this bite from the hops. I'm guessing those are the Australian ones that are picking up. I'm guessing they were used for bittering. And then the American hops, which could be Cascade or something, was probably used for aroma, because that's what I'm picking up on the aroma. And that's why it's kind of shocked me, because the bittering hops are actually of a very different profile to the aroma hops. They're very sort of earthy, very strong earthy flavor. Alright, that's a very quaffable beer there. You can, wow, I could really actually have a bunch. Okay, these are great. I'd love to have more of this. I'm glad there's a whole bunch left in that bottle, because this is fantastic. It does what it says on the bottle, and it's a really tasty beer. I could actually mess with that completely. I really like it. The next one we're gonna try is the 2.5 Amber Ale. That's what it looks like there. Let's give it a pour. Right. In terms of the style of Amber Ale is much like a pale ale, except you're using a little bit of red coloring and things like that. And by the way, I don't mean food dye or anything. It's just going to be different malts, and in a lot of cases things like Cara Red and all the different Cara types, because they're going to impart that slightly red hue to the beer. And as you can see, that looks fantastic. That's exactly what you want. I even could go a little bit darker than this sometimes. Oh, that smells delicious. This smells like Wow, what is that? This thing's just clean and just... It's got this breezy, fresh smell. It's... I really like that. I'm picking up a lot of malt sweetness, which you can expect quite a bit of. Alright, let's give it a taste. Oh wow, that's actually quite impressive. Look, it's not what I was expecting. I was expecting a tiny bit more malt sweetness and a bit more punch from the hops. But that being said, okay, this is a 2.5% beer, and they generally will never have as much flavor as your bigger number beers. They just don't, and that's just what comes with using less grain, having less flavor. As for the hops, I'm getting hops. I don't know what they are. It says here fruity hop. I'm not really picking up much fruitiness. Although, if anything, I could say there's a little bit of like granadella, or I'm getting granadella and like treacle or something like that. I know that sounds very sweet, but that's the kind of, I'm talking about that sort of dusty treacle smell that you can get. All right, let me give this another one. That's delicious. But being a 2.5% beer, I've got to say that it would never really be my kind of beer. And I'm only saying that because really, beers and flavor for me, really, the flavor starts out at about 4% and upwards. And I know that sounds crazy and people might get at me about that, but it really just is the case for me. I just don't pick up the punch of a good malty beer unless it is roughly starting at 4. And again, I'm not saying it's a bad beer. For you guys who do like lighter beers, this is a fantastic beer. Again, guys, these are limited. These are limited, special, limited editions. I'm going to move on to the Saison now. So if you do want them, unfortunately, I'm not sure how you're going to get them because they are limited. But let me just move on to the Saison. That's what the Stoked Saison looks like there. It's by Drifter. Alright. And now, Saisons, let's go into the style a little bit. I'll take it a little slower on the Saison because, to be honest, the two previous beers, you know, we just had are pretty much pale ales, you know, goldenish pale ales, really. Oh, well, of course, the other one's a bit more amber, but what I mean is it's that typical pale ale type thing. Whereas, although a Saison is, you know, a pale ale in itself, what's quite cool about it is that they often fermented to bring out a bit more esters, so you sometimes get almost like fruity notes coming through, you know, like high alcohol notes. Let's see what the alcohol is on here. 5.5, so pretty decent. They can go up to 7, 8, 9 that's sometimes, or around 7, you know. But yeah, they can have this high alcohol taste, even though it's not a particularly high alcohol beer. And sometimes you can get gentle, like pear type notes, like gentle pear, not super fruity. I'm saying more like not banana or anything like that, but slightly pear. And then there's spicing. You know, sometimes what guys will do is they'll also do what they do with a vice, and they'll, you know, spice it up like crazy. I don't know what's exactly gone into this one. Oh, there we go. There's something interesting. They've actually infused lychees, which makes it really fantastic. I can't wait to actually taste this. I don't think I've actually had a beer with lychees infused before, so that's pretty exciting. I'm just gonna top this up a tiny bit. Let's see. Let's go right in there and test it out. I am getting a bit of a spicy note straight away. It reminds me of almost clove or something like that. I'm definitely getting like a clove type feeling there. Let me get in a nice deep. That's fantastic. Definitely an interesting beer. Not boring at all. Oh, that's just lovely. I'm getting a bit of that fermentation character. I'm definitely picking up, you know, a slight higher fermentation temperature, possibly. I don't want to go there because I know a lot of guys don't do it that way. but that's what I'm smelling. You know, it's not always what actually happened to the beer. It's what you're smelling, what you're tasting. Just, you know, you can just, you know, describe it. And in this case, yeah, I'm picking that up whether that's there or not. Let's get in there and have a smell. I mean, a taste, sorry. Alright, wow. Why I'm taking so long here is that I'm trying to see if I pick up any of the lychee that they say was infused. I wouldn't say I pick up lychee. I think when something ferments anyway, a lot of the time, unless you douse it really high, you know, I had the Devil's Peak Stone Pale Ale the other day, and they infused it with apricot, and that was, yeah, they bombed in that apricot, and it was so prominent. I don't think these guys went that direction on purpose. I think they wanted just, you know, a few fermentables from the lychees and a little bit of, you know, I wouldn't say tannin, but like, you know what I mean, like sort of base flavor that's coming out of that. All right, yeah, let's give it another taste there. That's very good. If you can get your hands on these, I don't know where and how you can anymore, but if you can, go ahead and search it up, speak to the guys who brewed them and things, and maybe you can get your hands on it. Give them a try. There's some good beers. And a big shout out to She Loves Beer and League of Beers and the Tasting League and everybody for, you know, for bringing this to my attention and doing such a fantastic job and creating such an amazing initiative. It's just been really cool, and I really hope that they do this again next year. Alright guys, I think that's where I'm going to end it. Please go ahead and subscribe.